fleur-de-lis as their star. It looks like we got the truth. Number 04 for Tennessee.
Both jammers immediately just smacking up against those opposing walls. Crimson Doll trying to find an inside line, push to the infield, will reset. Meanwhile, the truth also trying to find a way now looking to the outside. But up against Little Miss Maggot, but will find the road to the outside. One to beat, she'll get there as Crimson Doll. Lead jammer actually goes to Crimson Doll on that there.
Yes, even though the truth is out in front, Crimson Doll takes lead jam status and had to call it off because the truth was going to approach the pack way before her. So good track awareness right there. 0-0 bowling frame.
Scoreless jam for our first jam. We're going to line back up, do it all over again, and looks like 4 Team Louisiana jamming for the first time today. Number 375, that is Cinnamon Rolls. I think that's Quads of Chaos with the star for Tennessee.
Quads of Chaos showing lots of jammer prowess over the course of the weekend.
And there she goes again. Quads of Chaos through the pack first, and she'll pick up
as
lead.
I say that, she makes me know like I know what I'm talking about because she takes lead jam status. The first for her, the first for Tennessee this bout.
Now plowing through on the outside once again. There she goes. Quads of Chaos on a scoring pass. That's 5.
5 in the sky. A natural grand slam since there has been no penalties assessed so far. Natural grand slam is when all 10 skaters are out on the track and 5 points occur.
And Cinnamon Rolls with a hot pass there at the start of Little Miss Maggot, but Quads of Chaos calls it off before Maggot can put the star on and do any damage. So
9 points assessed to Tennessee and Quads of Chaos. Tennessee getting out in the lead. I think it might be their first lead of the weekend.
It's very possible. Louisiana's still looking for their first points of the game, and they'll put Crimson Doll right back out there to jam.
And if I could see, I think it's Goldie Knox. Don't hold me to that.
Yeah, our vantage point not the most ideal for seeing jammers off the line here. I believe that is Goldie Knox, though, and she is pushing up against Brutalicious through the pack. There she goes, lead jammer Goldilocks.
Goldie Knox.
Goldie Knox, I'm sorry there.
She takes lead jam status. She showed a lot of heart in the second game that Tennessee played yesterday.
And there she goes through the pack there on a scoring pass. Meanwhile, Crimson Doll working in the back of the field now, looking at nice hip whip around Ms. Murder on the outside to make her initial pass.
Got Goldie Knox playing for Chattanooga Roller Girls.
And Crimson Doll, Big Easy Roller Girls, a member on Team Louisiana. Jam is called, 4 points more for Tennessee, a 9-point jam. That'll give them 18. Louisiana still not on the board yet. Right at 12 minutes left to go here in the first half.
Next up for Tennessee, Jen Pinion.
And we've got Guaco.
Looks like your jammer matchup is going to be Jen Pinion for Tennessee, and that is Guaco Roli for Louisiana.
Guacaroli, great name.
Representing the Red Stick Roller Derby in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Track cut going to be assessed to Jen Pinion, so a power jam for Louisiana here.
This just might be the opportunity that Louisiana is looking for. Swallow up some of the lead that Tennessee has secured over these first 4 minutes of Derby.
Guacaroli picks up lead and stretching out the Tennessee blockers, so let's see what Guacaroli can do here with that jammer advantage.
Well, that's not something you see every day.
Shed some blockers now up to the front part of the pack. Need to get some tough 3-wall up front there. Now a brace 2. Guacaroli trying to stretch his blockers out to get him past that engagement zone. She will skate around the outside on a scoring pass, 5 points.
Looking to the bench, see what to do. Keep on going. And the bench says, go ahead, keep on going.
Coach,
so we got a star pass from Tennessee. That That's
still Jen Pinion. And jam is called off by Guacaroli. She'll pick up an initial 2 points there, so it's like a 7-point jam. Gives Louisiana their first points of the game, 18-7. So jammer penalty coming into play there, helping get Louisiana on the board in this game. And that'll be Cinnamon Rolls, number 375, with the fleur-de-lis for Louisiana.
And stand by for who is wearing the star for Tennessee. Once again,
pack advantage for Louisiana.
We were in turn 1, usually turn 4.
Louisiana starting with a blocker advantage here on this
That is
jam.
the truth. 0-4, the truth for Tennessee.
And she will get knocked to the outside. Oh, big hit.
Massive hit. That is number 100 Beast Mode, living up to her name.
Huckleberry Gin took the brunt of that one, but right back up. Oh, knocked to the outside is Little Miss Maggot, who has the star for the fleur de lis for Louisiana. I'm sorry, that's number 8, Cassie Nova. My apologies. That is Cassie Nova. And a penalty assessed to the pivot for Team Tennessee there, as Cassie Nova threw on her initial. And jam is called off.
Quickly calls off the jam.
Trying to see if there's no points scored there by anybody there.
0-0 frame.
Tough hard skating going on here in the first half.
Absolutely, yeah. Several hard hits. We got Quads of Chaos wearing a star back up for Tennessee. And it looks like
that is Crimson Doll once again.
Back up.
So it looks like Louisiana employing a pretty short jammer rotation here in this game, mainly keeping it to about 3 right now.
Tennessee is right now at the moment a 4.
Crimson Dawn knocked to the outside, will reset. Meanwhile, to the front, Quads of Chaos picks up lead. Skates through in the inside line to pick up that lead jammer status.
That is her second lead jam status of this bout. She's working with 9 points, along with Goldilocks also working with 9 points. Going to see if they can stretch that lead out, keep Louisiana down as much as they can. And that's going to help. 5 in the sky, thrown up on the board by Quads of Chaos.
Crimson Doll threw on her initial, trying to catch up now as Quads of Chaos reapproaches the pack. Skates around Hot Mess Molly for Louisiana, gets through one more time. Jam is called. Like 2 points for each jammer on that pass, but 7 points total for Tennessee. That'll give them 25. Louisiana at 9. Right at about 8 minutes left here in the first half.
I've been saying it all day today. We've been getting a more defensive day. Yesterday was kind of like
offensive going,
yeah. But here we've been at least all the bouts that I've been watching today, very, very defensive minded.
And these are, as we said earlier, these are the last few games here of our pool play round.
Yes, the round-robin round.
Yeah.
Goldilocks sneaks on through to the other side, as Jim Morrison would say, takes lead jam status for the second time of this bout.
And that is Little Miss Maggot wearing the star for Team Louisiana. As a fast-moving pack now comes into turn 3 and 4. Jam is called off. 1 point for Tennessee, but 3 there for Little Miss Maggot. So right at the end there, Maggot got through and picked up 3. So
Maggot right there rode the lightning right on through. Very, very fast. Great speed there by Little Miss Maggot.
Yeah, she's a very, very fast jammer. Another one of the Red Stick roller derby skaters from Baton Rouge. Put in some good work there. And now one of her Red Stick teammates now back at the jam line. That is Cinnamon Rolls.
And it looks like she is taking on.
That is Jen Pinion.
Jen Pinion. And
a jammer race to get lead. Do we have a lead? No, we do not. We do now. It is.
It is Jen Pinion taking her first lead jam status. But hot on her heels is Cinnamon Roll. Jammer race. Who doesn't love a good jammer race?
And that pack's trying to keep that jammer race going by speeding up. But now the jam's going to be called by Jen Pinion from the ground. 2 points for Louisiana, 1 for Tennessee. So Louisiana will take that jam win there. And 27-14 now. Louisiana starting to creep back into this game here. Just under, it's over 6 minutes to go.
Yep.
Heading into jam at number 9.
Looks like we got the Truth wearing a star for Tennessee.
And that's going to be Crimson Doll jamming for Team Louisiana.
Apologize to the people at home if you hear a little slurping there. That is me sipping down some tea so we don't get some Vegas pipes over the course of the 4-day weekend here for us announcers.
That would not be a good thing.
No, sir.
Crimson Doll at the front of the pack now trying to work her way around on her toe stops, but met right back up front by the Tennessee defense. One more to beat, trying to stretch her out. Nice work by Crimson Doll. Oh! Thought she stayed on the inside, but gonna
but it looked like I think I saw a wheel go out. That's a good call by the refs there.
And good call by Crimson Doll to be able to get back in and notice that so she doesn't get a track cut.
Yeah, it's better to not risk it. Just barrel through again.
Big hit on Crimson Doll.
Big hit. Who was that from the pivot? Oh, that is Cole Harded.
And Cole Harded, known as a big hitter.
Yep.
Definitely putting that on display right there, bringing Crimson Doll back to turn number 2. Pack settles in now in the middle of that stretch.
And it looks like it is official lead for
Crimson
Doll.
Yes, she did pick up lead right there. But she's getting knocked around. Once again, getting knocked to the outside. Gonna have to go all the way back, almost to the apex between turn 1 and 2. Meanwhile, the front of the pack, some bodies flying around too.
Huckleberry Jim getting up to the front of the pack, bumping the truth into the
Like a penalty whistle blown there on the pivot. That is cold-hearted, heading to the penalty box for Tennessee.
It looked like Louisiana wanted Crimson to call it off, but the star cover came off. Therefore, not lead anymore.
So we're going to go the rest of the way here on jam time.
Cardio time here, folks. That's why they do those drills.
Both jammers just trying to kind of regroup and get to the back of the field here as Crimson makes the lap.
It looks like we have a few seconds left on the jam clock anyways.
This has been a tough physical jam here. Both of these jammers are earning their way through the pack.
And you can see it. Their legs are burning.
And jam comes to an end. 4 more points added by Crimson Doll, and she did earn those. So looks like 5 for Tennessee, though.
5 for the truth.
So 32-18. It looks like Tennessee will start with 2 blockers in the penalty box,
including their pivot, Cold-Hearted. This is quite the opportunity for Louisiana.
And they'll send Cinnamon Rolls back to the jam line.
But she's going to have to go against Quads of Chaos, who is your point leader with 26 points. 2 lead jam status for her. So easier said than done.
Cinnamon Rolls getting knocked around the front of the pack there, having to reset now to the back of the field. Meanwhile, Quads of Chaos, all 4 Louisiana blockers focusing their efforts on her. And she'll edge around the
Look at that.
Oh,
toe work. I was going to say, like, that toe work looked very, very good, but
not quite in bounds.
Yeah, not quite.
So she'll go to the penalty box. Power jam here for Cinnamon Rolls.
So a 5-on-3 power jam advantage here. Sorry, 5-on-4.
Cinnamon Rolls through. Oh, she's going to get a forearm call there. So now both jammers will have a jammer switch momentarily. There comes Quads of Chaos back to the track.
That is what I like to call Jeremy Irons, the reversal of fortune.
Indeed. As Quads of Chaos resetting all the way back. Big reset there. Team Louisiana bringing her back all the way to the apex between 3 and 4.
But right back Cinnamon Roll unleashed from the penalty box. We're full strength, 5-on-5.
Cinnamon Roll's on a roll here, but meets up with a stiff Tennessee wall.
Got about 50 seconds left in the jam.
Forearm call on Quads of Chaos.
Going back to the penalty box. That is 2 for her. And in these half-hour bouts, that you're halfway there. You're living on a prayer right there.
Only 4 to foul out here. Cinnamon Rolls on the edge, knocked to the outside by Cold-Hearted. Going to have to reset. Cinnamon Rolls now back into the fray, trying to find a way around these Tennessee blockers. Good work up front by the team in red and black.
This game turning into a good old-fashioned.
Rolls, tries to go to the inside. She keeps it in bounds. Nice work there.
Nice footwork there by Cinnamon Roll. I've been to some practices before, and they spent, endless amounts of time on footwork, and you kind of think, why? Don't you want to spend time on skating? No, footwork is very important.
Things like that. Yep. Jam comes to an end. It's like 2 points picked up by Tennessee, 1 more for Louisiana. So it'll be 34-19. Tennessee still with the advantage, and we're coming up to about a minute to go here in our first half. And remember, we'll have a short 30-second halftime to switch wristbands for our jam refs, and we'll be right back to it.
Looks like we got Goldie Knox wearing the star for Tennessee.
And that's Crimson Doll once again jamming for Louisiana.
Goldie Knox working with 2 lead jam status and 10 points. Crimson Doll working with 2 lead jam status and 6 points. According to the official stats that are rarely official.
There goes Goldie Knox for lead.
Takes lead jam status for the 3rd time. Once again, working with 10 points to see if she can add more to her total and Tennessee's total.
Crimson Doll still up front, just sledding up against those Tennessee blockers, trying to break open. She will get through for her initial pass. Meanwhile, Goldie Knox resets quickly, but now through the field one more time. That'll be a 4-point pass, and she'll call it off.
Hit it and quit it, 4 and out.
It looks like we're in the last waning seconds here of our first half. That'll be a 38-19 lead for Tennessee, and that will most likely be our halftime score, MJ.
Unless they can get it off here in time, doesn't look like it.
Nope, and we're at halftime.
They were not. We are at a quote-unquote, if you could see me doing the air quotes, quote-unquote halftime, about a 30 or 40 second, kind of like a universal timeout as the refs Jammer switch off. What do we got going up later on today there, PR?
Our next game following this one is going to be West Virginia versus Kentucky. Following that will be North Carolina and Kansas, and then Maine versus Saskatchewan. And then New York, Virginia, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Ohio versus Colorado, Michigan versus Mass. That will end our round-robin round. The last two games today will start our initial elimination type games, to where we'll have the fourth-place teams from each of the four brackets will play each other, A versus B, C versus D. That will end our day two. And then from that point forward, everything will be elimination-type games through the rest of the weekend.
And those will be 40-minute games.
Yes, those will be 40-minute games from that point forward.
Until the last day, which we will have our
regular full 60-minute games for our final bracket games. Here we go, second half, back underway.
Jen Pinion using those toe stops on the outside line, taking lead jam status for the second time.
And that is Guacaroli jamming for Team Louisiana. Working on that braced two-wall up front for Tennessee, now branching off.
She has star stash, she has star in her hand.
Still trying to work her way around. Tipsy doing great work up there, I know, for Tennessee. There's also
Jen Pinion recycled all the way to the back there.
Nice work up front there by the Tennessee blockers, just working as hard as they can to keep Guacaroli from getting through, but she will make her initial pass. Jen Pinion just slicing, dicing, skates around, little Miss Maggot calls it off.
That was Bully Von Beedham there, giving
Guacaroli
a lot of shade there.
Tennessee,
as the youngins say, shade, right?
Good throwing that shade on them. Tennessee throwing some really strong defense in this game, and it's been really, really fun to watch that type of defense go here. Louisiana.
And they were showing a little bit more defensive mind later on in both of their previous bouts. So maybe they just need a little time to warm up or just see what's going on. But they've been showing the defense here, especially more this game, as they've only let Louisiana with 19 points. And the Truth barreling through, trying to take lead jam, using nothing but shoulders. She's your lead jammer there for the first time of this bout.
And it's a Cinnamon Rolls jamming for Team Louisiana, trying to pass that star to her pivot. And that's number 8, Cassie Nova, but she's not able to do so yet. So Louisiana still trying to work to block the Truth, but she will get through on the inside and quickly call it off after picking up 4 points. So Tennessee starting to open it up a little more here, 46-19.
Starting to widen that gap, and your point leader is up for Tennessee. Wishing upon a jammer star is Quads of Chaos.
And she'll be joined right there by Crimson Doll, one of the captains for Team Louisiana.
And she'll be taking on Quads of Chaos for Tennessee.
Two of the stronger jammers for their respective teams.
Absolutely.
Here, NJ. Interesting to watch this jammer battle unfold. Quads of Chaos immediately to the front of the pack, edges around Brutalicious.
Work going on there. Third lead jam status for Quads of Chaos. Like I said, your point leader working with 28 points, see if she can add to her total.
And the pivot for Louisiana, Ms. Murder will take a seat in the penalty box. Did not see the call, but now the pivot down for Louisiana as the jam is called off. And that's 4 more points picked up there by Quads of Chaos.
Hit it and quit it, 4 and out.
So even 50 now for Tennessee.
Halfway to the century mark.
And like we said, the losing team in this game will play again later on today. They'll play that second to last game coming out as the 4th seed from the A bracket. They'll play the 4th seed from the B bracket, which will actually, I think, be decided in our next game between West Virginia and Kentucky, I believe.
Let's see what she does around here.
Goldie Knox wearing the star for Tennessee, recycled all the way back.
And that's Little Miss Maggot jamming for Louisiana. Maggot through on the outside, lead jammer for Louisiana. I believe that's their first one in the second half.
Yes,
MJ.
and don't blink. She is quite the quick one.
Pack starting to move now, trying to match that jammer pace. And Miss Maggot goes on the outside.
Bob
low.
and weave.
Nice work by Maggot. She'll call it off.
Just like a lightning bolt. Zig and zag.
And she'll put 4 points on the board. But Tennessee still came away with 2.
Give it up for Goldilocks, not letting up.
Exactly.
Getting as many points as possible.
Looks like Cinnamon Rolls will be jamming for Louisiana. I believe that is Jen Pinion for
If they are
Tennessee.
going with that is the next one in the jam rotation. If they're just going 1, 2, 3, 4, then that would be right. I hope I can see.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah,
Jen
that is
Pinion.
Jen Pinion. Pinion, whatever.
And Jen Pinion threw on the outside, but Cinnamon Rolls to the inside finds that seam. Lead jammer goes to Louisiana.
I apologize, Jen Pinion or Pinion, if you're going back and watching this on a tape. And you can find those archived bouts at Nerd Derby with the great Chad sitting to our left, rocking his jersey as I'm rocking mine. Where's your jersey?
I didn't bring a jersey with me.
Can't take you anywhere, PR.
Nah. But we've had great streaming coverage. I want to thank everybody who's been tuning in all weekend for the stream. We're going to be streaming every single game this weekend, and if you missed a game, go back and watch the archive to catch it.
Yep. I know I'm going to go back and watch and cringe at my own voice.
Same here. Pack now sitting in turn number 3, coming to a grinding halt. Cinnamon Rolls at the front, just leaning in, almost stuck in that sad place in the middle of things. That was the term from a couple years ago, or last year, I guess, in the playoffs. But now a penalty assessed there to the pivot for Tennessee. That is Tipsy, and she's going to take a seat in the penalty box. So
she's going to think about what she did.
She will, as a blocker disadvantage now for Tennessee. Louisiana going to try to capitalize here. Cinnamon Rolls getting reset to the back of the field, but
Jen Pinion finally getting through.
Had to take that jammer cap off to do it. So 4 more points picked up there by Louisiana, though. So it'll be a 9-0 jam. Louisiana winning that one, but now down by an even 20, 52-32.
Anything is possible here. We've got 9 minutes left.
Still a lot of time left.
Plenty of derby time.
And Louisiana putting Crimson Doll back up to the jam line. I believe that is the truth.
And we got the truth, 04. She's working with 9 points. Crimson Doll's working with 6 points, according to the unofficial stats that may not be official.
Crimson Doll trying to edge around. They're looking for that gap. So is the truth. The truth finds an inside seam, and she'll get through for lead.
Taking the inside track there, her second lead jam status of the bout. And Tipsy has been released from the penalty box, so giving Tennessee back their pivot. 5-on-5 full strength.
Crimson Doll knocked to the outside, going to reset way in the back behind Tenacious B.
Worked for those 5 points.
Pack now crawling toward turn number 3 as the truth now reaching back up, looking for a scoring pass. Meets up with Brutalicious, knocked to the inside, and she will put the hands to the hips and call it off. Like Tennessee came away with a 5-point pass there, 7 points.
Two more. Yeah, 2 more
so
points.
7-point jam. So it'll be 59-32 as we're now under 8 minutes. Looks like jamming for the first time today for Team Louisiana. That is number 1979, Neuralize Her, representing Big Easy Roller Girls from New Orleans. And that is, I believe, jamming for Tennessee. That's Quadra Chaos.
Quadra Chaos back out there. She's your point leader still, 32 points.
Penalty assessed to Tenacious B for Tennessee, so a blocker disadvantage for Tennessee, but not affecting Quadra Chaos, and she will pick up lead jammer.
That is her 4th time for Quadra Chaos.
Such a big hit there.
Double hit. It kind of ping-ponged off 1979. That was
Neuralize her and Little Miss Maggot, taking them both down, but quickly both back up. But a penalty assessed.
Penalty assessed. That is her 3rd.
So we're going to have a power jam for Louisiana, and the star was passed to Cassie Nova.
And that right there is going to take away a major weapon of Tennessee. They're not going to send out their star jammer with 3 out of the 4 penalties. So that might be an advantage that can be taken advantage of by Louisiana.
Exactly. If you can eliminate a strong jammer from your opposing team, that is definitely a plus. Cassie Nova going to reset quickly here. Coming out of turn number 3, looking to put some points on the board, but Tennessee not going to let her go through without a fight.
Comes Quads of Chaos out, and if you're Tennessee, you're just hoping, please, not that 4th penalty.
Just got to keep it clean here if you go working with 3. Cassie Nova now working toward the outside, leaning on those Tennessee blockers, getting a little bit of help in the inside. Great help from one of our blockers there. That was, I think, Willis Maggot to get through and pick up 5 points. Big hit on Quads of Chaos, but she's able to continue as Blitzkrieg Bombshell went out of bounds with her on the hit.
It was a nice hit by Blitzkrieg, but if you can't stay inbound.
So now back to the front of the pack is Quads of Chaos. Meanwhile, Cassie Nova putting in a lot of work in the back, but Tennessee not making it easy. She resets again as the jam comes to an end. And it looks like a 7-7 jam.
7-7.
Yes.
One of my favorite drinks, 7-7.
There you go. 7's wild there, so 66-39. Tennessee still leading. We're coming close to the 5-minute mark. Heading into jam number 8.
Ready to go for Tennessee.
We've got Goldie Knox.
And that is, for the first time jamming today for Louisiana, that is Ms. Murder, who was MVP of the last game for Team Louisiana.
Also one of the captains, I hear,
She is, also along with Crimson Doll. They are the captains. And Murder knocked to the inside, but quickly back in. But there goes
nice
Goldie
move right there. Goldie Knox taking lead jam status for the 4th time.
Goldie Knox just killing it with these lead jammer status when she's out there. Very strong jammer for Tennessee.
Tennessee defense rewarding Murder.
Pat still congealed there in turn number 2. Now starts to open up a little bit. And looks like Ms. Murder has passed the star to her, or either handed the star or is holding the star. Or she held it, put it back on, and then jam is called.
So at 5, that is a 5 for Goldie Knox, bringing her total to 21 points. 4:16 left in the bout. Tennessee 71, Louisiana 39.
That clock becoming an enemy for Louisiana.
Yes,
having to pick up some
taken
points
away.
here. They're going to try once again to get some points here with Guacaroli wearing that fleur-de-lis.
Where the star for Tennessee is Jen Pinion.
Whistle blows, jam underway. Oh, Guacaroli takes a big hit in the middle of the field from Bully. And now Tennessee focusing their efforts up front on block. Oh, Pinion takes a spill on a tripping over on our own player, I believe, tripped her there unintentionally, but now through the pack, there goes Guacaroli, your lead jammer.
Nice toe work by Jen Pinion right there. Guacaroli taking her 2nd lead jam status of the bout, working with 7 points. 3:20 left in the bout.
Guac gets through, calls it off after going to her knees, but she'll bring a point back with her. So that'll give an even 40 now.
That's all well and good, winning 1-0, but time is in essence.
With 3 minutes left, 1-point jams won't win it for you.
Yep.
And looks like Cinnamon Rolls jamming for Team Louisiana, and I believe that is 0-4 for Tennessee. That is
the truth.
The truth. Oh. Timeout being called by Tennessee, I believe. Coach B-Rad wants to talk about it.
Letting that clock wind down as far as he could, trying to milk that period clock.
So looking at this, just under 3 minutes to go here, NJ. Louisiana with a pretty sizable gap. I mean, not impossible, but maybe improbable.
I've seen
it can happen.
I've seen 35-point jams.
Exactly, and Louisiana does have the jammers to pull that off if need be. Very strong jammer rotation. While it's short rotation, it's still a strong rotation. But these Tennessee blockers have been just putting it to Louisiana's jammers all game long.
Their defense definitely woke up their third bout.
That sounds fun.
They had a few flashes of it in the earlier games.
They were waking up.
Virginia.
They were definitely waking up in the second half of both of their bouts. But they were already woke. Woke, that's a thing, right?
They were woke, yeah,
They
exactly.
were woke. That's what the youngins say, right?
I'm
hip.
And this is a great showing from Louisiana. The first 2 games against New York and Virginia, they kind of let it get away from them early, and they were kind of out of it in the second half. This game still very much within reach. So if nothing else, that is a clear win for Louisiana alone, that playing a team like Tennessee, a very good team in Tennessee, keeping it within 30 points is a very strong statement by Louisiana coming in here.
And the truth is just all shoulders here, taking lead jam status for the 3rd time, working with 16 points. She has had an incredible game for her.
There's Cinnamon Roll still working on her initial pass, getting a little help from her blockers up front, trying to race through to keep ahead of, takes a big hit. But she's able to keep going. Gets a no pass, no penalty, but she's made her initial at this point. And Truth will make it through, call it off, and bring home 4 points. A 9-point jam for Tennessee, so an even 40-point differential here, 80-40. Right at a 2-minute warning here.
As Goldilocks returns to the line for Tennessee, she's had one incredible game as well for lead jam status with 21 points.
And that is Little Miss Maggot, I believe, jamming for Louisiana.
The lightning bolt.
Yes. And we've said it earlier, too. This game has been relatively clean penalty-wise. I'm hoping not to jinx that by saying it.
Seriously.
But we've been pretty good as far as box trips here for both teams.
And zigging exactly like a lightning bolt, but Goldilocks
took advantage of it
took advantage of it. 5th lead jam stats, 21 points.
All those hits going against Maggot opened up a perfect hole there for Goldie to get through. And she'll call it off as she sees Maggot reapproach the pack. And she'll take, I believe, 3 points. 3 points, but 1 point picked up by Maggot. So 83-41 is your score now as we are at the 1-minute mark. So very well could be our last jam.
Very well could be. We got Crimson Doll approaching the line, turning to the line.
And looks like
Yes, indeed.
Tennessee sending up their jammer.
It looked like that was Cole Hearted.
I believe it is Cole. I think it's her first time jamming in this game.
Yeah, I think they're going to give the captain the star.
And Cole knocked to the outside, courtesy Huckleberry Jim. Meanwhile, there is Crimson Doll in a skate race. She's going to win. Lead jammer goes to Crimson Doll. So let's see what Crimson can do here with that lead status in this last jam as we're taking away the seconds on the period clock. And then we'll be on jam time. Pirouetting there at the front of the pack is Crimson Doll. She'll bring 5 points to the Louisiana scoreboard. Crimson taking a spill right back on her wheels now, right back to the front of the pack. Tennessee trying to form up front. But Crimson's such a lean figure when she goes. She leans into everything, and just because of her frame, she's able to lean in and just still glide as she goes. Very, very finesse jammer, but also very strong. And she takes home 5. And a 10-point jam, and that'll be your unofficial final score, NJ.
We'll making sure that is the official title right there.
So 83-51, your unofficial score. Tennessee going to take the win, and that will mean Tennessee will end up finishing as the 3 seed,
in the A block. Yes.
And Louisiana will be at 4th, so they will play again later today in the second to last game against the 4th team from the B block, which will be decided in our next game. So it would be West Virginia or Kentucky.
Congratulations to Tennessee. Definitely woke up, used a disadvantage to their advantage by not playing Quads of Chaos towards the end there, putting in the captain, saying, hey, we're up. Just don't get a penalty and just keep on going.
But we're going to come back shortly with our MVPs.
Yes, we're going to see. We'll be right back, and we will have MVP interviews from both Team Tennessee and Team Louisiana.
Hey there, PR Armageddon with Team Louisiana MVP for the game, Little Miss Maggot from Red Stick Roller Derby, and great job out there, Maggot. We didn't come out on the winning end, but a very, very good effort from Team Louisiana. And I just want to talk about this game, what you thought about going into it, and like during gameplay, how you felt against Tennessee in this matchup.
Coming into this game, we were really looking forward to having a really competitive game where we could play a lot of defense and send some offense instead of just focusing on offense so much in these really high-ranked teams and getting our jammer out. And I think our defense was really strong this game, and it was really fun to block these jammers who were incredibly powerful. Like, I'm going to be hurting tomorrow, and our hot tub is closed in the hotel, so that's just awesome, but I'll figure it out.
You played a very big role here in just jamming, pivot, blocking. I mean, being an all-around, like, good skater like that in all three realms of derby. Describe like how that comes into play, being able to kind of focus yourself at all three versions of being on the track.
Well, this past year and the last couple seasons, I've primarily blocked and been a relief jammer, and I knew I might be jamming a little bit for Team Louisiana, so I've been really working on my jamming skills and actually getting a lot of feedback and help from my home team jammers who are amazing. They jam all season, and they've helped me a lot train on my jamming side, and it's been fun to do both roles because I've primarily blocked for quite a while.
Well, congratulations. Here's your MVP for the game. Hold that up so nice for the camera. Congratulations. You're going to play again later on today against
Kentucky or West Virginia.
Yeah.
And we've watched Kentucky, and that looks like it'll be a fun game. I haven't seen West Virginia, so we'll see what happens.
Congratulations again on MVP. We'll look forward to seeing you skate later on today. So we'll be right back shortly with the MVP for Team Tennessee.
Red stick, red stick.
Standing next to me is the only 10 I see. See what I did there? I was like, do I do that? Yes, I do. That's exactly what I do. The MVP for Team Tennessee, The Truth. How are you doing?
I'm good. Well rested today.
Yeah, you were just telling me before that you drove
13 hours throughout the night. I got no sleep yesterday, so I was a little exhausted.
which explains why it just looked like Team Tennessee just kind of woke up today and just kind of a lot of great defense of their plays as well. I always like to start off my interviews with getting to know you a little better, so please tell me the secret origin of your derby name and your derby number.
Well, I had a boyfriend, and he used to say, "Girl, you the truth." So I kind of just went with that. And my number is my lucky number 4. I played softball for 8 years, and that was always my number, even though I didn't ask for it, so I just took it as a sign.
Why the 04?
Well, when I joined Nashville last year, there was already a number 4, so I had to change it to 04.
And just kept the O, huh?
Yeah.
All right. We're going back to the bout. You, I said on the on the broadcast, you were all shoulders. You kind of barreled through.
Yeah.
Is that your jamming style? Is that the type of style you like?
Yeah, I'm a pusher. I like to bulldoze through.
Right.
I'm working on more footwork. These floors are very hard to skate on. My toe stops. I'm a big toe stop user, and it was a little tough because they're pretty slick.
Yeah, I see a lot of bob and weaving going there, but you had none of that. It was just all bulldoze.
I have a lot more energy today, and I was really excited. And my whole team really got pumped up, and my blockers did awesome today, which helped me out a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to end on a fun one. You said you have a home improvement business and like to build stuff. What kind of stuff do you build, and what kind of things do you do?
Well, I renovate houses, so I tile, I do flooring, I hang sheetrock. So I get a lot of strength training doing that job, and I love to do it. So it's my passion.
Where can the people here find you if they need anything done in the Tennessee area?
Clarksville, Nashville area.
Okay. You heard it here. If you need any housework done, renovate houses, The Truth, your MVP for Team Tennessee. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Awesome.